Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Your holiday seasons are here, so I'd like to wish or greet everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hopefully you have a wonderful time with your friends and family, those who celebrate. I am going to do a morning thoughts episode, but I would like to start with that note. I am kind of happy. I had breakfast, morning walk a little bit, did a couple of videos. I'm having my coffee, and coffee really makes me happy, right? So I put it also in my Fragcomm Bangladesh group. Merry Christmas as a cover photo, just to give it a festive sort of vibe. I went recent times in one of the resorts. They also have a Christmas tree, nice Christmas music playing. So all over, like Bangladesh, you might imagine a lot of people who haven't traveled that much, you have misconception, distance between cultural gaps and all that. Like some people feel like, hey, Muslims don't celebrate Christmas or other things. They just like very much into their own religious thing. And then on the other hand, some Muslim brothers and sisters, they also feel it's not right to wish anybody Merry Christmas. We should keep it a close circle. To each his own. For me, my culture taught we have multi-racial country, not multi-racial, multi-religious country in Bangladesh. Like we have four different religions and some more. We also have people living on the mountains, tribal people. So basically, we have good mix of different religion and culture. So we do our own thing. Yeah, there are occasional things that people may say that like a little bit extreme because that one is in every country, right? But I would tell you one thing: I grew up happy. I grew up celebrating anything, any festivity, and I lived in Malaysia again for 19 years. So there they have Chinese, Malay, and Indian. So everything, Deepavali, my Malaysian friends, hi, Chinese New Year, I celebrated everything, Christmas. So basically, every holiday is enjoyable, and I like holidays, right? So hopefully, you're going to be having a good Christmas and with gifts, with your children, food, your turkey, smelling good, wearing fragrances, Burberry London Time, guys, that's a classic fragrance. And, a lot of your, what, like, yeah, drink responsibly and don't drive while you drink. So anyway, so eggnogs, yes, I was trying to remember that. Anyway, so I do enjoy watching movies. I'm gonna do this like a very relaxed mood. I don't want to be rushing to video. If it runs long, let it run long. So those who love my this kind of morning thoughts episode, this is just for you. Okay. So I do have a fragrance topic on mind, but let me talk about these general things. Why I like holidays, there are movies like Home Alone, right? But I also like horror movies for per se. I'm not a very big fan of a scary movie. I don't like funny mixed with horror. It kind of feels like stupid. I'm so sorry with all due respect. I don't enjoy comedy horror kind of films. There's no point. I want to be scared. I want to watch something like Friday the 13th or like what's the other one? A Nightmare on Elm Street, right? So Freddy versus Jason, these movies, or something like the snow, the what snow? There's a the Dead Snow or something like that. I love horror movies. Horror movies give you the chill, and then like something to enjoy with food, like snacks. So I enjoy movies. I enjoy my friends drives. Like at night, there are like lights during the end of the year because New Year's nearby. So you see all the beautiful lights. I'm pretty sure you guys enjoy that, like you just whole year you work so hard and end of the year you just like enjoy the fresh breeze of winter. You inhale, you feel good like holidays. I go somewhere for vacation, enjoy food. You're gonna be back in the jungle, that is the city. But then you enjoy the end of the year, you enjoy your year-end bonus. Hopefully, no one gets fired. That's a mean thing to say. I hate working. That's why I used to work in certain office and some workplace in Malaysia. I used to work as a cricket coach, but job kind of sucks for me. I am an independent person, so that's why I do my own thing. I like to be my own boss and do work as as my passion goes. So Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So the topic I want to get in is a very serious topic, but I got this idea from watching other reviewers, what's happening in the fragrance community, people's discussions, comments, feedback on my channel. I'll try not to get triggered. Okay, I had coffee, so I'm going to be a little bit jumpy with time. I hope I'll say things slowly. I speak very fast normally. If you see me in real life, I'm like, oh, this is and people will like, like people will be like, like, what is even saying. So I slow it down, and still I'm pretty fast when I speak. So if you're with me for a few years, you get me, you understand, and hopefully you don't need subtitles. So yeah, I see people's response, and I see people's feedback, some good, some bad, some negative, some positive, some constructive, some destructive, some really personal attack. But I learned things. Nobody's perfect. People can get better or worse with time. People make mistakes, they remake the mistakes. So one comment, let me just start with this. No, someone said he's a good reviewer, but he only reviews clones. Okay. And I read that and I'm like, this person is not really familiar with my channel that much, because I do mix of reviews. I do women's perfumes, men's perfumes, cheap perfumes, clones, niche, designer, and a lot of fragrances, even reviewers own touch. Okay. Uncommon fragrances. I hunt fragrances down. I have a bucket list of, I want to review this, like Gucci Envy. Is it Gucci Envy? Or Gucci Rush? I have the Envy. I have reviewed the Envy. So Gucci Purum 1, 2 is done. Gucci Rush would be beautiful to review. Or something like, I did review YSL M7, so that one is done. So there are a few fragrances I look for. So when I find a fragrance like I really wanted to review, I love doing the review. Like Escada Magnetism. Not many people, not many reviewers have done that. So I do have a wish to review. This is my passion. I'll come to the next point, which is related to this. So when people blame me that I just do cheap fragrance, I do a lot of clones. Because let me tell you honestly, if you do not know by now, why do reviewers do so many Arabic fragrance or list, cheap list, this drop or that drop, or why do they do that? Because it's clickbaity. People like watching cheap reviews, cheap fragrance reviews, because that's what they can afford. You can get for $20 a fragrance, whereas niche fragrance for $1,000, people are not interested in. They're never gonna buy it. They're never gonna try it. They're not even interested to buy a Decant. So you see their practical reasons, and when you see lists, it's not a serious talk like a review breaking down. It's boring. Most people want to say, hey, 10 fragrances to go, get into swimming pool, like something like that. I can't think of any. Going clubbing, or I don't know, whatever. So uh, fun purpose, that's why people give more views to lists. And then when you see women reviewers reviewing, they say like, hey, 10 ways to get into her, like, or something like, get her into the bed. These things, I think there's a lot of people, I will talk about these people, those who bash me that Joy, he's just like, talking about boring stuff. I don't understand if those are interesting things. Like, you really get women using fragrances? I don't think so. Imagine like, you're like, I don't want to judge anybody, but if you don't have the looks, and you're out of shape, you don't dress well, you don't speak well, and you have this horrible jokes, you're not funny, women don't, especially you don't have money. I mean, like, if you don't have a car, if you're taking a public bus, I'm thinking like wearing a fragrance won't help you score a nice girl, like the ones you are after, by the way. And girls or women who are pretty, they look for, guys with, stability, right? So it's a whole thing package. There's no such thing like you get the girls wearing these fragrances. No. Oh no, those are Jeremy's. Like, Jeremy's can get, you are not a Jeremy, right? So I'll tell you one thing, and the whole idea is not to get like 1,000 girls. The idea perhaps is to meet nice people, have nice relationships, not to get married just yet, but 10 girls at a time, I don't think you can manage that much. It's going to cost you money, it's going to cost your energy and stuff, you know what I mean? And maybe if you found the right person, I would say, ideal situation, if she compliments you on your fragrances, that is enough. That makes you like really the happiest man. Oh, I smell nice, and she approves, like if your wife or girlfriend, whoever. So that I feel is good. Okay, so the thing is, why it's not as important, but the main issue I want to get in. I recently decided I don't want to do that many sponsored videos. I did in the past, like when the shops called me, invited me. I did on my own terms. I did it like the way I do. If you have seen, I do not go like, this one is $100. You must buy this. This one they're giving, like, I don't do push sale. Okay, this is not the kind of YouTuber or reviewer I am. If you know me really well, you know by now that I do reviews from my own fun, for my own fun, from my own self. Yeah, sometimes I have like biasness towards certain house like Pakoraban. Some people say that synthetic mess Joy just loves designers. Yes, I do. But designers are more affordable, more crowd pleasing, easy to find, not like you buy one bottle, next year is discontinued. I don't think designers are like that. And I do love Middle Eastern perfumes because sometimes the fragrances are unbelievable how good they are. But certain houses or certain shops, business persons, they are not as passionate as you are, like how to say, as reviewers. I have seen certain reviewers who are doing paid reviews, and it's just so evident that it's like, I don't want to criticize them, but when I see just the fragrance on me, and I see that what they're saying is not really right, like it has no connection with whatever they're comparing it to. Okay, I don't want to take any reviewer's name. I don't want to start any controversy or bash anybody, because everybody's doing great job. They're doing this for, like, they're making decent money, they're getting fragrances attention, growing. But at the same time, the main goal is to give right information to people who are watching you. The most important is the honesty. The bread and butter is honesty. And if the honesty is kind of missing, let's say you pick up one fragrance, they say, "Oh man, it smells like Creed Aventus. You bought it, it smells like crap." Literally, you buy that and you just see like, oh, nothing to do with Aventus. It perhaps smells like something like lapidus purum or something, and you'll be like totally disappointed. This makes no sense whatsoever. If it's like 50-60% even similar, and when they recommend to their nose, perhaps they can say. But when people buy the fragrance and they see, oh, he lied, okay, or he gave a misinformation, or he said it lasted 8 hours, perhaps I said it in before, like in my reviews, different countries have different performance for fragrances, but it's highly unlikely what I'm getting in Bangladesh in high heat and humidity, right? Like let's say each fragrance lasts about on average 2 to 3 hours, right? That is the extreme condition. But in foreign lands, I would say where it's a bit cooler, no sort of let's say pollution, right? So you're gonna get 7 to 8 hours. That is our transition. Like your 7 to 8 hours in Europe and USA, Canada, it's our 2 to 3 hours mark. So let's say you said in the USA, fragrance lasts 20 hours plus, word. And then I tried it, it doesn't even last 20 minutes. Okay. Translation wise, it's supposed to be 6 or 7 hours around the roughly, right? At least 5 hours in Bangladesh or India. But your 20 hours translate to a 30 minutes. And at that point, you'll be thinking two things: is my fragrance fake or is he lying? So that reliability factor, it's very important to stay honest to your followers, like whoever is following you. I learned these things when I do YouTubing. I don't make so much money anymore, but I still do this because I enjoy doing this work. This is my line of work. This is what I do for 8 to 10 years, and I enjoy this because this is my own satisfaction and happiness. But when you see like most important, your regular followers are not coming back to view you, or someone lost faith in you, trust in you, and they keep saying like, no, this guy's not the same, his quality of work dropped, he sold his soul to devil, or he's just promoting fragrances from the sellers, he's just getting whatever and just hyping it up. That's no good. You lose respect from people, and you might think, I'm getting the money, I'm getting the views still, like people are liking this hype. Sadly, many people out there are silly. Okay. Like maybe it's you. We don't know. Like you like the hype, you like when women say this fragrance, man, she will just definitely go out with you, and then she'll give you her soul, her purse, her phone, everything. I don't want to say the word. There's a P dropper thing. I don't want to say that word. Is For me, it's gross. I never do that. Like whoever invented that term is just disturbing. There's no such thing, P dropper. There's nothing. There's no fragrance to ensure that. But there fragrance which makes you attracted to people. If you, let's say, as a dude, when I smell a nice perfume on a girl, like, and but the thing is, she's very rude and she's just talking very harsh to the waiters. Like, oh, they call like this. Even if she's wearing the most beautiful perfume or expensive perfume in the world, and she doesn't have like oil also, it's okay, let's just admit it. Some of you will just find it offensive, but I'll say it. If she's not good looking but she's pretending like I'm a princess, she's like, huh, but she's like not charming, she's not good looking, and then the perfume, and she's thinking like I am like Paris Hilton or I'm like Kim K. No. mm if you don't have at least good manners, I will not find you at all appealing. Okay. So a lot of girls with the filters, with heavy makeup, they don't look anything like real life in their real like the net photos and stuff. So there are a lot of things, you might find it offensive, but I'll just speak my mind, right? So when you see, even for guys, like let's say you are a d-bag, and you are a liar, you are piece of art, you are like those guys like con man, or you're just always lying, or you're just never keeping your word, you're always late. Even if you wear the best colognes, women, they can tell guys are not nice. But if she's into you, they perhaps will like anything that you wear. But this is the thing, the bread and butter is people, you tell people like this fragrance is really nice, and even if it's not working for them, but your side of the story is honest. This is what people looking for from a review. There's no payment terms. The viewers, you guys are not paying to get reviews from us. Okay, you are not donating money to us. We make our own money from AdSense, Google, or the viewership, right? You're giving us views, yes, but you're not paying us dollars directly to buy our merchandise or anything. So the thing is, like, it's based on trust. You like us or not. If you really enjoy someone's content, like Jeremy, whoever it can be, Steven, Mark, you give them your viewership because you respect them, you believe in their work, you really follow their day-to-day vlogging, what they bought and what they're recommending each year, how is it changing their game. So you have interest. So in a way, the reviewers are sort of like a celebrity. I am mini celebrity, like in Bangladesh. Like I used to think like nobody knows me. I used to go to places and people would come up like, "Excuse me, are you Joy Amin?" Absolutely no clue. I went to book fair. Like in February, it happens. Like a lot of books in different stalls. I like the scenario. Some kids will come and say, are you Joy Amin Bhai?" And I'm like, "Bhai means brother." I'm like, "Yeah." And say, "Can I take a selfie and stuff?" So nowadays, anywhere I go, I meet people and I don't know them, but they follow me and stuff. So they say, "I follow your reviews." Like it means a lot. I go to shop and show, "I want this fragrance," right? So I feel good about it, but at the same time, there's like less privacy. So what I'm trying to say is, perhaps, I don't want to do this paid sponsorship reviews because they will tell you instructions like hype it up. And from my soul, from my work, I cannot hype it up if I don't feel the same way. Like, let's say it's not a 10 out of 10 performer. I can't say it's a 10 out of 10 performer. If I feel to my nose what I like, my persona wise, it did not work. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I reviewed Polo Oud, right? The brother who gave it to me with so much love, he loves that fragrance. When he gave it to me, he said, "I feel it's like a successful blind buy." Yes, I felt the vibe and I liked it a lot. I gave it like 8, I think, or 8.5. But some things gave me like, I like Polo Supreme Oud better. So I kept my review, not to make anybody happy. I gave you my take. So those who have the similar taste, they'll be like, okay, these are some flaws. Because if you hear all stuff are good, right? Everything is just perfect, then there's just no point of doing reviews, right? But in my channel, there are most fragrances which are hit, when I buy. Reason being, I test my fragrance before I buy them. I don't buy something I don't like. Okay. Many of you should take note, like understand this thing. If I don't like anything, why would I buy it? Okay. If I don't like something, how can I expect people to like it? Because I do have a Decant page. So imagine like I'm recommending something to people and people say that smells like garbage, man. Why would you even buy that? So I play safe. That's why most of the fragrance that I buy, like, I can pick up random. Okay. Let's say when I show you Kenzo Humidity Intense, I like it for a reason. It's like Ganymede or something like Tonka Cola. I bought a lot of fragrances. I like this kind of sweet fragrances, long lasting. Let's say Al Haramain Amber Oud Ruby Edition. Just give you some example. So when I pick this up, there's something I like about each fragrances. Okay. And I like whole spectrum of fragrance arena. Like I try to like almost everything possible, but if it's too skanky, overpowering, or it's just trying to ride me or try to wear me, I don't like wearing those fragrances. I do wear Kuros. I love Kuros, but some fragrances which has too much of animalic stink, perhaps I don't wear it on daily basis. So end of the thing, I'll just tell you one thing. I will do reviews when people respect me. When they send me goodies, there's no sure thing I'll give it a 10 out of 10 score. And sometimes some owners, I did not take names, but they were surprised why I didn't give it perfection 10 or it's like the best of something clone. I did not, because I thought it would be respected, but to my shock, it was like not respected. So people try to dictate terms. So most important thing, wherever you're working, your boss, your job, if they are trying to boss around with you in unfair ways, or they tell you to do unfair things, unethical things that your heart doesn't really allow, don't do it. Okay. It's hard to do, because end of the day you need to earn, you need to do that job, right? You hate your job perhaps, but you need to keep it to feed your family, yourself, pay your rents and taxes and bills. But try to work somewhere, like where it's not toxic, where somewhere work somewhere where they're not going to take unfair advantage of you, make you do things you, or blackmail you or threaten you. I worked with certain shops, a few times, few months. When I saw people try to give you directions and then try to make you do things that your, ear doesn't approve, I don't do it anymore. I do things on my own way. Yeah, I get bashing. Of course, nobody's perfect. I get criticism that, I favor everything, I like everything, or I do cheap fragrances. I admit it, no problem. People are open to discuss and criticize me. You take it with, what is the word? Grain of salt or something like that. That's the term, right? So wrap it up. I would like to say that, fragrance review is interesting game. A lot of people got into this game and they got into addiction real bad. I want to talk about hoarding one day, addiction one day, how it affects people. But it's not a really bad habit if you are having a grip on your collecting or spending spree. Some people just going crazy with the credit cards. I have nothing to tell them, because I do the same thing. I buy things that sometimes I just feel so tempted just to buy, sake of buying. But this game is as such that people wake up first thing in the morning, they see the group, fragrance group, who's wearing what's new, what came out just now, what can I buy tomorrow, is there any sale going on. And this is what people do in our groups a lot. So I love everybody like my own brother and sister, and I understand that I gave this disease in a way to many people. Like the symptom, like I go to shop, people go like, hey, this guy is going to the shop, I should go to the shop. He's checking out the fragrance, I should check it out. He's having a steak, I should have a steak. So these things influence each other, right? But it's a nice hobby, if you really enjoy your fragrance. End of the day, if you do not enjoy a fragrance, if you're just trying to show people that I have this expensive bottle, I have a Clive Christian, you are just wearing a brand. Okay, I keep saying it all the time. Wear a fragrance that you enjoy. Okay, I did a review in the morning yesterday. I got two fragrances, vintage. One is I just did the review. Let me show you the fragrances. I was on rooftop reviewing this. One fragrance was this one. I got this yesterday. This is called Carina Herrera for Her. Check out my review on that. I did the same video. I did other fragrance review at the same time, always read by Elizabeth Arden. These fragrance reviewers will not perhaps show. Maybe male fragrance reviewers won't show because perhaps they're not getting it for free. They don't have interest. Maybe they think I'm not going to get views. I still do many reviews like that. I don't have maybe 7, 8 years. I have 400 views. I don't mind. Those 400 people who watched it, they liked it. I saw their comments. So it's about enjoyment, it's about your satisfaction, what work I'm leaving behind, right? I don't mind, I'm not getting called into the award ceremony based reviewers thing. I want to get 100,000 subscribers. That would be nice to get a silver play button for recognition, perhaps next year. Like hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm close to it, but my growth is slow. I don't really care, because so far I've been doing it. I don't mind doing it more. If the day I will quit, if I don't love it, that will be the one thing. If it's too stressful, if it's not enjoyable, perhaps I'll quit. But I enjoy this rush, the blood rush of buying fragrances and talking to running groups that interest people, keep people coming. Like a restaurant, people come here to, like share their views on their notes or their experience or a story of a perfume, not a story of a murder, by the way. And they say I went to cinema and I got like compliment from this girl. Really nice to see people go like, I'm starting my university, this is my first day, I'm wearing this, showing my campus. Feels so good, feels so good, you're hosting such groups. And this is what I enjoy. So I would say like there's no hard feelings against any reviewers if you're doing commercial reviews, paid reviews, promoting. But end of the day, your credibility will be gone if people see that you're lying. Okay, don't lie, guys. Okay, if you are doing this fragrance work, you'll see someday. You will see. Maybe you're earning some money now, but at one point, people will leave you, and you'll not have any the older subscribers who really looked up to you and with the respect. So yeah, that's about it. I think I'll enjoy my coffee and I'll just upload these videos. Just want to talk to you guys. It's been a while, and December, the colder months can get a little depressing, because the business is slow and everything. But I'm trying to stay cheered up and all that. Hopefully, you do the same. If you feel depressed, go out there. Just take a holiday if possible. Take a walk. Eat ice cream and stuff. Try to cheer yourself up or talk to someone that is close to you. If you don't have anybody, not me. On Joy, I'm in Facebook. If you feel like random stranger, just want to talk to me and share, I'm here, no problem, right? We have been there, done that, scarred, so we're still going. Each day is a blessing. And I'm trying to sound like a philosopher, but yes, when you get older, you see the philosopher side of you. But yeah, good times, good years, however long I'm here and stuff, however long you are here, that's all that matters. When you're gone, nobody will be remembered. So keep in your prayers. As long as I can stay here, I can give you more content, I can share happiness with you, and and the same time I can get something from you guys as well, the viewership, the love, the support. Okay, that's all that matters to me. Have a very nice day, happy holidays, and wishing you a Merry Christmas. Have a nice time with your friends and family. Cherish your family. Watch the movie called Click once again, then you'll see why family is important. Stay with your family, love your family, enjoy your fragrance, food, and blessing of life. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh, or have a nice day rather from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.